Hey everybody, welcome back here to A Place to Heal. Okay, so today I want to hit colon issues, indigestion, food that's not digesting, pain I'm getting a lot of people lately, the last 3 or 4 consultations, last 3 or 4 weeks, all I've gotten is a bunch of colon cancers, and this has got to stop. Okay, so there's a lot of you that are having problems with digestion and you can't digest your food. You know, you're having bloating, you're having gas. So the first thing I want to say is that your body is always talking to you. So if your body is bloating, if your body is getting a lot of gas, what I call fermentation, because that's what me and my grandkids call it. We're like, oh, I'm having fermentation. Because the food is fermenting inside your stomach. Your body is telling you what you just ate does not agree with me, but you're not listening. So I'm going to be your stomach and intestines advocate for today. All right, so I'm going to tell you 7 things that you absolutely positively have to do in order to get your colon right. Listen, I've talked to I can't even tell you how many clients I have spoken with that do not go to the bathroom for 3, 4, 5 days, a month, 2 months. I've even spoken to some people that have not gone to the bathroom in 3 and 4 months. This is insanity. Okay, this is a bunch of toxins and bacteria and all sorts of stuff that's going wrong inside, and you need to take care of it. So we're going to do that right now. Number 1, stomach acid. Almost everything can be traced back to stomach acid. Okay, so stomach acid is a really easy thing to replace. Most doctors want to remove the stomach acid. That is a no-no. They'll give you antacids in order to remove the stomach acid, and you don't want that. You actually want a lot of acid in your stomach because that acid is what breaks down the food. Think of it as like a car battery, right? You know how it just breaks everything up. I mean, that acid will even destroy your clothing if it gets on it. So it's the same thing. It has to destroy, it has to break down that food in order for your colon to digest it. So if you don't have enough stomach acid, you're going to be having indigestion, bloating, liver issues, gallbladder issues, like swollen, extended stomach. You're going to be having a whole bunch of things. And just because the pain is down here does not mean that it's not coming from up here, because there's something called, transfer pain. So it's like when you have a toothache, right? This tooth may be the one that has the problem, but for some reason you're feeling the pain over here. Same thing happens in your colon. Okay, so you have to replace that stomach acid. Easiest way to replace the stomach acid, celery juice. Do not take HLC, because most doctors will tell you, take the hydrochloric acid. You don't want to do that. That stuff is synthetic. Just go straight for the natural, okay? And that is pure celery juice. If you can't stand pure celery juice, I'm going to add a recipe that I put my clients on for 30 days. And what you want to do is, this recipe will make enough for, a good half gallon. So it will take you through an entire week or 5 days. And you keep it in the refrigerator. Every morning you want to drink 6 ounces of it. And after 30 days, it will replace all that acid in your stomach. It'll get rid of your acid reflux. It'll help you digest food better and everything else. It's got apples in it for your liver. It's got lemons in it for your liver. It's got celery, and it tastes really, really good if you're not a celery person. Okay. And a lot of people say, well, celery just makes me go to the bathroom. Oh, well, yes, it's got all those bile salts in it that are great for your liver, and it's helping with your digestion. This is what it's supposed to do. So you want to drink it on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, and hopefully you're not going anywhere for a little bit. Okay. So number 2, liver and gallbladder issues. So not enough acid in the stomach will cause liver and gallbladder issues. If you are consuming too many fats, you are going to have liver and gallbladder issues. Okay, so these come from any kind of oils. Okay, oils were never meant to be heated up. Look back to the Gerson thing. You know, I mean, this man did a lot of research. Never is it to be heated up. Okay, don't come at me with coconut oil is natural and no, it is not. Coconut oil is undigestible. It gets clogged in your liver just like all the other oils do. Okay, it just doesn't matter. If you're gonna cook, use an air fryer, use an oven, if you're gonna saute something, I use vegetable broth. Okay, or even chicken stock. You can saute in that, or saute in water. If I'm gonna coat my vegetables in something, I put them in a bowl and I spray them with, you can spray them with water, and then you can toss them in your spices and cook them that way. Oil, get that stuff out of your diet. Okay, it goes in as a liquid, it turns into a solid in your liver. It's gonna clog up bile ducts. It's gonna clog up all sorts of stuff. Don't tell me it doesn't. I have worked with so many clients who I have helped do enemas with, coffee enemas, because they've been so sick that they can't even do them. I go to their houses, I help them, and I see it. I see the amount of this put together, clumped pieces of fat that come out of their liver. Any kind of seed oils, you need to omit them from your diet. All oils, get rid of them. Okay, they're going to destroy your liver and they're going to destroy your gallbladder. Number 3, your small intestine is overloaded with bacterial growth. This is very common. Bacteria loves to live in there because it is very dark. You can't get in there with enemas. There's very few products that will even touch the small intestine. It just won't make it there. So they love living in there because they know that they can multiply and breed like crazy. So the way to get in there, and the only product that I have ever seen that will work in there, is something called okra pepsin E3. I'll put a link to it down below my video. Also, you can get it on Amazon. I buy mine on Amazon. And do not go for other brands that say they're okra pepsin. They will not work. Trust me. The standard process is the way to go. The problem with okra pepsin is it takes a while for that okra to coat the small intestine, so you're going to have to consume it for a while. Just know that you're not going to get those results in 2 or 3 days. You didn't put all that bacteria there in 2 or 3 days, so it's going to take you, constant, taking it every day for at least 3 to 6 months. Okay, and that's when you're going to notice the big results. Right? You're going to see all that bacteria start coming out of your colon. You're going to start seeing tons of mucus coming out of your colon. You're going to start feeling better. The indigestion is going to start going away. All that bloating is going to go down. So that's what you want. Okay. Number 4, pancreas. If your pancreas is not working correctly, I get a lot of people that go to the hospital with pancreatic attacks, and the doctors have no clue what's going on. I don't understand. They'll sit there and they go, yeah, we don't know. Everything's fine. And they keep going to the hospital and going to the hospital. And finally, I actually had a client that called me from the hospital. He's like, I'm in the hospital for the 3rd time and they don't know what's wrong with me. Please, Marie, help me. And I told him, I said, are you having this issue, this issue, this issue? Do you get cold sweats? Do you feel like you're going to pass out? Do you get pains underneath your left rib? Do you get swelling there? Okay, these are all pancreatic issues. And when your pancreas is not working right, then you are going to need pancreatic enzymes, or just digestive enzymes. Just look for a good digestive enzyme brand. I think Sprouts has their own brand. I buy theirs. It's great. You take it with your meal so that it helps you digest all those carbs and all those fats and all those proteins that you are eating. It helps digest everything. So you don't get all that, oh, I feel like I just ate a rock and it's sitting in my stomach. Okay. Number 5, fiber. It's my best friend, fiber. People are not aware that you should be going to the bathroom 2 to 3 times a day, believe it or not. I have people that call me after they get on fiber and they're like, I'm going to the bathroom 3 times a day. I'm like, well, congratulations. Oh no, that's not normal. That is normal. You're supposed to be like a dog, right? You ever see a dog? The dog will eat their food. 30 minutes later, they go to the bathroom. They eat their food. 30 minutes later, they go to the bathroom. That's the way your colon is supposed to be working. But we have screwed our colons up so much that it doesn't do that anymore. So that's what you want to do. So fiber is the way to go. I don't care what fiber, Metamucil, anything, any of that, Benefiber, fiber powder, psyllium husk. Get yourself a fiber. And you want to take fiber in the middle of the afternoon, preferably with your lunch, before your lunch, after your lunch. I take it with my lunch. Nice 8-ounce glass, 1 heaping teaspoon of fiber, and then you want to make sure you drink plenty of water after that, okay? Because fiber kind of gets gelatinous and it will have a tendency to swell in the intestines, so you definitely want plenty of water to push that down, just like Drano. You put the Drano in and then afterwards you flush it with water. Same thing, same concept. Okay, so please, if there's one thing, just one thing that you pick off this list, do the fiber. I promise you that's something that you should be doing every day, because our foods literally are non-existent of fiber anymore. They're very high fat, which is screwing up your liver and your liver and your gallbladder, and it's very low in fiber. So you're not going to the bathroom at all, and it's causing all these issues. Okay, number 6, magnesium. Magnesium is something that everybody needs. Every time I have a client that calls me from the hospital and says, Marie, can you come at the hospital and check out what they're doing, blah, blah, blah. And I go to the hospital, I always check their drip. And sure enough, they've always got a magnesium drip going. Why? Because 85% of the population is low and deficient in magnesium. You literally can't go to the bathroom without magnesium. Magnesium is something that you want to take every single night, and you want to do this. What I do is I chug my magnesium, and I do it like 5 seconds before my head hits the pillow. I sit there and I chug it. I leave it on my nightstand when I'm done, and I lay my head on my pillow, because most people, magnesium is going to knock you out. It's great for your body. It's great for your nervous system. It's great for your colon. And it's also, I've said this a million times, it's also the difference if you make it through a heart attack or you don't. They've done studies where the more magnesium you have in your body, the less chance that you are gonna die of a heart attack. So the less you have, your chances are not that great. So I would highly, highly recommend magnesium. My favorite, Calm. C-A-L-M. Calm magnesium. You can pick it up at Walmart. You can pick it up at Walgreens. You can pick it up anywhere. Okay. And it has the bottle, and it's the powder. It comes in different flavors. It's great. My grandkids even drink it. I give it to them before we go to bed. They love it. Okay. And last but not least, dehydration. Most people do not realize that their colons are water reservoirs. Okay, so as your poop is going down, your colon is doing this, right? And it's squeezing and it's getting water to form that. So it keeps taking more and more water out of your colon. Your colon has to have water in there. That reservoir has to have water, right? That squeezing, that motion that you feel like, oh, I think I have to go to the bathroom. That's that motion, right? When that motion is disturbed, and when you don't have enough water in your colon, you have that irritable bowel, right? Where you're, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. Okay, now it's squeezing too much. Okay, now it's, because your colon is just spastic. So you don't want that. You want that nice, doing this, right? So then finally, when it gets to the lower colon, it does that real hard squeezing, and that's when you're like, okay, I gotta go, right? So most people lose control of that because of that as you get older. Second of all, as you get older, usually around the time you're 40, that you have a little sensor that goes to your brain and it tells you that you're thirsty, right? You start losing that sensor. That sensor starts getting broken. You know, it's like using that turn signal on your car too much after a while. Just, you know, so it's the same thing. So after you're 40, you no longer get those signals to your brain of, hey, I'm thirsty. So this is why you see a lot of people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s that are very dehydrated. You know, you can actually take their skin and pull up and it doesn't bounce back, right? Because they get very, very, very dehydrated. So it's very, very important that you get that water in. But there is a man right now on TikTok who's pushing putting salt and a pinch of salt and a pinch of baking soda into your water every time you drink water. This man should get an award. He really should. The first time I ever heard this, and I have my group, I make them do that. And some of my group will go, I can't do that because I have high blood pressure. Okay, no. So every time you drink water, what you're doing is that water is running through your system and you're just peeing out all their vitamins, minerals, everything else. So what that does is, number one, it puts all those minerals back in, because pink Himalayan salt has about 98 minerals that the body needs. So when you're drinking water and you're putting a pinch of salt in there, you're getting that, right? A lot of people drink Soleil water. They know what I'm talking about. So you drink it and water follows salt, right? So that salt goes into your cells. It feeds it all the minerals. That water goes right into the cells. And there you go. You're doing your body a huge justice. Second of all is the baking soda. Your kidneys, I've had people fight with this through the years, okay? Bicarbonate soda, your body actually produces it. But when your kidneys aren't working too well, or if you've eaten too much fat, it does not produce that baking soda, the bicarbonate, right? So as you put that little pinch in there, that's going to heal your kidneys. So you're healing your kidneys, you're healing your gut, and you're not doing any damage, and you're not going to affect your blood pressure. You're actually going to help it. And that way, when you're drinking water, as you're peeing out the minerals, you're putting the minerals back in, right? So you're never going to be demineralized, which is a lot of problems with kidney disease, is that you don't have the minerals, right? So you absolutely need that. It's very important. Last and most important thing is, do not drink water when you're thirsty. Start drinking water when you're not thirsty. Because when you are thirsty, when you're just like, oh my God, I'm so thirsty right now, I can't stand it, that water is going to go to your cells, right? Because your cells are like, I'm thirsty, I'm thirsty, I'm thirsty. So that water is going to go to your cells. It's not going to go to your kidneys. So when you're not thirsty, your cells are like, yeah, it's okay, I don't need it. Send it to the kidneys, and the kidneys get it, and they're the ones that need that water, and your colon need that water, right? So it's going to go where it's needed, and not to all those thirsty cells that are dying because they have no minerals and they have no water. So if you're going to drink water, I have not drank a single glass of water since I had kidney disease, 2012, 2010. I started in 2012 because somebody told me, and I have not had a single glass of water without a pinch of salt and a pinch of baking soda. I keep it right by my refrigerator to make sure I never forget. All right. So there you go. You want to fix your colon issues. You want to start pooping correctly. You want to have great bathroom habits. You want to stop the bloating. You want to stop the indigestion. You want to feel your best. Then that is the way to do it. These 7 magical steps are going to take you from point A to point B. How fast? That depends on how diligent you are with them. And number 2, how much you have already destroyed your colon. It's going to take a while, okay? But it's perfectly fine when you start taking fiber and you start taking magnesium and you start doing all this. You're going to start passing a little bit of blood here and there that's been stuck in there. You're going to be passing hard poop. You're going to be passing parasites. You're going to see them. They'll be dead, but you're going to see them. And you're going to be starting to see a lot of mucus. All this perfectly normal. There's even a chance that you might get up in the middle of the night and have to poop a lot, okay? Especially if you have blood sugar issues going on, because that fiber is going to throw that crazy, and your blood sugar is going to fluctuate, and you're going to wake up in the middle of the night hungry, okay? That is a good thing. Don't look at that as a bad thing, all right? So there you go. That's my video for today. I hope that it helps you guys out. I think my next video, I'm going to do it on teeth, all right? So, because there's a lot of people that want to know about teeth. And it's a huge issue because a lot of people are losing their teeth from all these processed foods. And I ended up having to get implants. And a lot of people, my bottom, and a lot of people sit there and think, oh, implants is the way to go. It's so easy, blah, 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 blah. I've been through hell this last 7 months because my implants were made wrong. I just went day before yesterday to have them all redone. What a pain. I'll share that with you in my next video. All right. Till then, please stay happy, stay healthy, love and respect one another. And you can find me on Facebook. Links are down below. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me here on YouTube. And pretty soon you'll even be able to find me on Etsy. And I also have a website where I sell products and I make my own products and everything else. Everything from teas, tinctures, tonics, and everything else. I've been doing this 10 years if you're new to me. Also, one thing I'd like to say to all my lovers, my haters, right? The ones that love to hate me and leave these nasty comments underneath my videos telling me that I don't know what I'm doing and I'm going to kill somebody and blah, blah. Okay, so if you want to leave me a comment like that underneath my video, once upon a time, it used to freak me out. I used to get all upset. I used to cry. Oh my God, I'm going to leave YouTube and blah, blah. I no longer do that. If you're going to leave me one of those comments underneath my video, please do me a favor. You're more than welcome to. But make sure to leave me a link to your videos or your practice or what you're doing to help others heal. Because everything I share because I've done it. Not because I'm just prescribing stuff and telling people to do stuff and I'm just aimlessly throwing stuff out there. Okay, this is all stuff that I have done. Been there, done that. I had the irritable bowel. Okay, I had the liver that no longer functioned and I was ready to buy a casket. I had the IBS. I had the diverculitis. You know, I had a huge vitamin C deficiency where I had scurvy. Believe it or not, I actually had scurvy. Okay, because I literally never touched any form of vitamin C. I lived on pizza, McDonald's, you know, hamburgers and frappuccinos. Literally, I could not, when the doctor asked me, when is the last time that you had any fruit? I couldn't remember. I know it had to have been at least 5 or 6 years. I could not even remember touching a banana or any kind of fruit for that matter. And now I eat it every day because I need more fiber. So if you're going to be nasty, please do me a favor. Leave me what your contribution is to this planet, what you're doing to help others to heal. I want to see your channel. I want to see your practice. I want to see something that's showing me. So don't sit there and tell me you don't know what you're doing and you need to stop doing this because you're judging people wrong and you're telling them things to do wrong. Okay? And I've noticed that you did this wrong and that wrong. So do me a favor. Leave me that link because I'm going to go check you out. All right? And I'll leave you a pretty comment. I'll be nice because I'm always the bigger person. All right? Because I love you guys. Because we are here on this planet to love and help one another and help each other home, not be nasty to each other and cut each other down. All right? So once again, stay happy, stay healthy, and love and respect one another. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for watching. See you next week. Bye-bye.